On this edition of City Focus, we give you the results of the Guns vs. Hoses blood drive. We tell you where you can see the winning photos of the People's Choice Photo Contest as they tour the city. We give you some back-to-school safety tips. And the Neighborhood Development Division has its backpack giveaway. These stories and more on this edition of City Focus. Welcome to City Focus. I'm Marcus McConico, the media coordinator for the City of Valdosta. This is the 13th episode of City Focus in 2021. City Focus is your source for what's happening in your government. Here are the most important topics that are happening in the city. The City of Valdosta has 6 regular fire stations, but there's a 7th that is often forgotten, and that's the station at the airport.
Delta commercial flight that we add protection to, as well as the aviation side, general aviation side of the airport as well.
Crews that work at the airport station train specifically for the airport, but they also train for when they are needed in other areas of town.
It can sometimes be intimidating down here, but at the end, there's really no difference of what happens down here in emergency as it did uptown. That plane is no different than a bus uptown with kids in it or people in it. We do ARF training down here to where, again, we can stay proficient with everything that can happen down here. We also train ISO training like the boys do uptown, because we could be called out mutual aid to help with the emergency outside the compound here.
The firefighters at the airport have to remain ready because of the amount of flights and the different types of aircrafts that come through the airport each day.
You have so many different flights coming in. You'll have all the branches of the military coming in. We've had the president come in several times here lately, and the governor. Just things like that, just having that extra added protection for the planes and the services that are here for them when they come in.
For more information, contact the Valdosta Fire Department. The annual Battle of the Badges blood drive, hosted by the Valdosta Police and Fire Departments, will be held on July 28th in the City Hall Annex Multipurpose Room between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. This is the largest blood drive held by the city each year, and both departments are asking the community to come out and be heroes by giving the gift of life.
By donating blood, you can be a hero in saving somebody's life, like the heroes every day, like the police department and the fire department. They are our everyday heroes, but by donating blood, you can join the group. You can join with them and be a hero for the day. Summertime is always a critical time for blood, especially when school is out. And as people know, that the school systems are one of our major sponsors for blood drives. And this past year has been very challenging because of COVID and the cancellations of thousands of blood drives. And so in the summertime, it escalates, the need escalates.
By supporting this blood drive, you are supporting our entire community.
The Valdosta Police Department is partnering with New Territory Outreach Ministry to host a back-to-school supply drive on Saturday, July 31st, starting at 2 p.m.
So our goal was to try to get as many book bags as we can for the school kids this year, knowing that they had been locked down for the whole school year last year. So we wanted to try to just let them go out with a bang.
The event is being hosted at Valton Park, and all members of the community are encouraged to come out and receive a book bag full of free school supplies.
a great need to make sure our kids go back with everything they need in school, feeling confident. You know, I got my book, I got my book bag, I got my paper, I got my pencil, you know, to walk back into the classroom with all they need, not coming without. I think that'll be a great need right now for our kids to get back motivated to go back to school.
The Back to School Drive is a great way for the community to come together and meet the needs of its people.
Oh, I am overwhelmed, really, that God just brought this all together, that the kids can come out and bounce the house, you know, eat some cotton candy, popcorn, play around it, and get everything, all the school supplies. I'm very excited about seeing all the kids just running around again, you know what I'm saying, having a great time in our neighborhood, and then especially meeting the needs, you know, of our community.
Those who would like to donate supplies, there are collection places located in the Valdosta Police Department lobby and the R&R Tire Express. For more information, please contact the Valdosta Police Department.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
COVID-19 has changed how we vibe. Now it's time to take the first step that lets us get back to getting ticks instead of watching flicks. Before we can safely get out there, we need the facts. As COVID-19 vaccines become available, you may have questions.
Is it safe? Should I get it? Is it free?
It's okay to have questions. Now get the facts about COVID-19 vaccines at getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision for yourself and for your crew.
The Valdosta Fire and Police Department hosted the Battle of the Badges, a friendly competition held annually in an effort to aid the American Red Cross. The police department won the 2021 event.
The American Red Cross is asking for blood donations. The past 2 years have really been tough on America getting donations in, and this is a great way to come out, do what you can to support your community. It doesn't cost any money. It costs about 30 minutes of your time, and you're saving a life.
Due to a blood shortage across the country, it is important to donate as you could be helping save a life.
Well, you know, anytime that you have a tragic event and you have serious injuries that happen to somebody, you need blood and blood transfusions. And, you know, it really hit home for us a few weeks ago. And it just reminds you how important it is to have a bank that's got the blood in it. So when people are in need, especially first responders and all our citizens, that the blood is here for them.
The Valdosta Fire and Police Department would like to thank everyone who donated blood and hope to see an even bigger turnout at the 2022 event.
Hey, this is Lieutenant Willis here at the Valdosta Fire Department. Give you a little bit of heat update. It's going to be real hot the next couple of weeks. At the end of July, 1st of August, it's always hot. Be careful outside. Work in the morning, work in the evening. Try to stay outside. Try not to be outside between 2 and 5. If you do have to be outside to work, be outside about 20 or 30 minutes and go inside and get some AC and get some fluids intake. Fluid intake, hey, water, electrolytes, drink them. Keep drinking them all day, keep drinking them through the night if you can. This will help keep you safe, keep your fluid levels up. At the same time, please keep all kids and children out of the car. If you gotta go inside to get something, don't leave them in the vehicle, take them with you. It don't take but a second for a child or a dog to get hurt. If you need anything from us, please contact us at the Valdosta Fire Department.
None of us wanted to see this again. I do it for these gentlemen. I wear this mask for my family members who I love at home and want dearly to protect. Here we go again. COVID-19 is real, it's in our community, cases are on the rise, and we're here with South Georgia Medical Center, Chairman Bill Slaughter as well, to put that message out to the public.
Citizens, the message we want to send to you today is please consider getting the vaccination. Do that for your family, for yourself, and for the other citizens in this community. The evidence has shown that the vaccination does a tremendous amount to prevent you from getting the COVID. Now, we have right behind us South Georgia Medical Center, and South Georgia Medical Center now has over 50 patients up there with the COVID-19 virus. They're suffering through this. We have no intentions of mandating it, but reality is that the vaccine has worked. I have taken the vaccine, my wife has taken the vaccine. So far, we've been very, very fortunate not to have it. So again, I just want to encourage you, please consider that, get the vaccine. If not, wear the mask, do the things that you need to do to protect your family and this community. Thank you.
Vaccinations blunt the tip of the sword when it comes to the battle against COVID. There's really no excuse. We should all consider becoming vaccinated. Vaccination sites are available at our Smith Northview campus, at private physicians' offices are providing vaccination, and if you need assistance in determining where to become vaccinated, reach out to our website, www.sgmc.org. We invite the public to rethink your position if you've not been vaccinated. It'll help your family, it'll help your community, it'll help our healthcare workforce that's working so hard for you.
Please help us help you and your families by getting a COVID vaccination, or at least consider the vaccination. The science is out there. Please follow the science, do your research, and consider getting the vaccination to help us get to another level where we don't have to wear the mask, don't have to social distance. But please do your part by considering the vaccination.
Well, we're pretty much overwhelmed. We're doing the very best we can, but the volume of patients that we see is more than we saw previously. Just like to encourage everybody to please go ahead and have your family members and your loved ones get the vaccine. It's the thing to do.
If you want to protect your child, you want to protect your loved ones, especially the ones with chronic illnesses, immunosuppression, the best way to do that and to reduce your risk and their risk of getting really sick from COVID-19, getting long-haul COVID symptoms, is to get the vaccine.
I'm telling all the patients I see in the clinic who haven't been vaccinated to go that very day, and we try to facilitate that for them. and then tell them to take extra precautions for the following 28 days, at least until they've developed some antibodies.
Short as a month ago, we had single-digit numbers in the hospital, and these numbers have exponentially increased over the last few weeks. So there is definitely a lot of community spread.
So the biggest appeal that I would make to anybody is the same appeal I make to all my patients. I've been vaccinated, my wife's been vaccinated, I made sure my parents got vaccinated. My kids, as soon as the age range is eligible for them, will be vaccinated. Everybody broadly across my family, I've made personal phone calls to and ensured that they got vaccinated. I would never do that to people that I love more than anything if I was concerned about the safety or efficacy of the vaccine, and of course wouldn't take it myself.
The main reason why I'm recommending vaccinations for patients is obviously it's cutting down on the amount of infection, the amount of transmission rates, and keeping people alive.
After 20 years of dedication and service, Sergeant Alan Gersh has retired from the Valdosta Police Department.
It's very bittersweet. It's been an enjoyable 20 years. It's been a phenomenal career. As I said earlier today, I got up every morning enjoying going to work and excited about it, and not a lot of people can say that.
The department held a retirement ceremony with friends, family, and co-workers to honor the sergeant for his years of service. Sergeant Gersh served as the head of the K-9 division for the past few years and will be taking his K-9 partner Nikki into retirement with him.
Dedicate yourself to what you're doing. You know, this is a calling, being a police officer. You know, when I started here, I told myself I'm going to give myself 2 years. It's either for me or it's not. And it was for me. And, you know, if you put in 20, 25 years, you know, you're going to get a retirement. You're going to enjoy your job. You're going to advance in areas that you want to if you put the time and effort in. Just be dedicated to what you're doing.
The department and the entire city would like to thank Sergeant Gersh for his hard work and sacrifice. We wish him the best of luck and happiness in his retirement. As the start of the school year approaches, traffic safety is a pressing concern for the city of Valdosta.
Walking to school, that's one of those things that a lot of kids here do, especially here in the city. And it's always a good idea to try to leave early. That's one of the most important things you can do. Give yourself plenty of time to get there. Parents, hopefully they will actually go take the children on the route that they're going to walk on. If they practice the route, the child will know exactly where they need to go.
Children prepare to start new routines of either walking, driving, or taking the bus to school. It is important to keep safety in mind as traffic increases.
Only cross the street if you have a crossing guard. Crossing guards are very important. They're very prominent here in the city, and they're widely used, and they're very helpful. If the children learn to respect their crossing guards and use the crossing guards, they'll definitely do a good job for them.
The easiest way for students to stay safe during peak traffic hours is to leave early, to give them enough time to get to school without rushing.
Please put your cell phones down when you're entering a school zone, especially. Even if you've got the hands-free device, which is legal, try to avoid even doing that. You need to concentrate on what's going on in the school zone for the children's safety.
For more tips on how your child can be safe as the school year begins, please contact the Valdosta Police Department.
This concludes another edition of City Focus. Be sure to visit our website, valdostacity.com. Like us on Facebook, Valdosta City Without Limits. Also join next door for city updates. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at City of Valdosta, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Metro 17 Valdosta, to watch City Focus on demand. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on City Focus.